What is good? What is good? 2 minute warning. Our final down to the second and a Hail Mary touchdown. We back again with
Listen,
Tim,
as a Lions
Mike.
fan, don't ever talk to me about Hail Marys.
That was Dula, guys. That was Dula.
Somebody's gonna miss that.
Again, we're back again with Tim, Mike, Lewis, Dula, and James. Yo, Tim, take it away, bro.
Now listen, we got our mock guru here, aka Mel Kiper Jr., aka McShay. We got the Billy K. Kiper. Yo, tell us about the mock draft.
All right, listen. At this juncture, when I'm writing these mock drafts, when I wrote previous ones, I thought logically. Okay, what would a rational team do? Problem is, most teams aren't rational. They do stupid things. So now I'm trying to project what type of stupid things will teams do throughout this draft. So I'm just gonna run through my picks really quickly. We'll get a little discussion on a few of these. But at the top of the draft, I got the Titans actually taking Jalen Ramsey, cornerback safety out of Florida State. At number 2, Cleveland, I got them going Carson Wentz. Even with the RG3 signing, I think the way the contract is structured, Carson Wentz is your guy. San Diego at 3, I got them taking Joey Bosa. Don't know if he's a defensive end or outside linebacker, but they'll figure that out. Dallas at 4, I got them going versatility, going DeForest Buckner. Can play him at a D end or D tackle. We'll see. Jacksonville really lucks up here. I think they go Laramie Tunsil, old tackle. I think they move Luke Jokel to the right side and have Tunsil on the left side. 6, Baltimore. I think they get the best defensive player in the draft in Miles Jack. He can play a lot of positions. He could even play safety. He could play some running back for you. You don't know. Here's where it gets interesting. 7, San Francisco. I got them going Paxton Lynch. I think they'll move. Here's the thing. Here's why Lynch. I think they'll move Kaepernick in the trade. However, I think Chip Kelly wants a Colin Kaepernick type clone, and Paxton Lynch fits the bill. A big quarterback, big arm. Will he get out the spread? We'll see. At 8, Philadelphia, I got them going Jared Goff. I think they see the run on quarterbacks. They got Chase Daniel, they got Sam Bradford. I don't think they're sold on either one of them in the long term. Tampa Bay at 8 gets Shaq Lawson. This interesting pick. The Giants at 10 take Eli Apple.
No!
Why?
No! No! Della, you was doing good, bro.
Yes, I love it. Keep going, Della. Hail Mary.
I think the Giants like bigger cornerbacks. Eli Apple fits that bill, around 6'2"-ish. I think it'll be a decent pick for you. Chicago, I got them going Reggie Ragland, get some more players for that 3-4 defense. New Orleans, got them going Vernon Hargraves there. They just need the best defensive player on the board. Miami goes Ronnie Stanley, offensive tackle. That line is a mess in Miami. Oakland goes Sean Robinson. Put it next to Khalil Mack. You got some there. The LA Rams, I got them getting the number 1 receiver, Laquan Treadwell. They passed on the quarterback. I'll get to that, later in my draft here. Detroit, I got them going defensive tackle, Sheldon Rankins out of Louisville. Atlanta, Mackenzie Alexander, that corner, great attitude. Indiana, I think they go Ezekiel Elliott at running back. Give Andrew Luck another weapon. Buffalo, I think they go Jack Conklin. I think they've been looking for that right tackle. I think you got Cordy Glenn, but Jack Conklin can be a very good right tackle for you. Here's where it gets interesting. New York Jets, I got them going Christian Hackenberg, quarterback.
What?
I think out of the guys remaining, I think they need a quarterback. You wonder. Here's what you wonder about Christian Hackenberg. His first year under Bill O'Brien was very good. Then it got bad when James Franklin comes around. Is it the player or the scheme of the coach at Penn State? I don't know. I think they'll go with the guy, with a little more upside. Washington. Washington gets Vernon Butler, defensive tackle, defensive end. Houston gets the 5 technique and Jerron Reed from Alabama. Minnesota goes Corey Coleman, wide receiver. Cincinnati doubles up and goes Tyler Boyd at wide receiver. Pittsburgh gets a corner, William Jackson III. Seattle really benefits. They get to steal the draft here in Darren Lee, outside linebacker from Ohio State, to replace Bruce Irvin in that defense. Green Bay goes nose tackle, gets Andrew Billings out of Baylor. Kansas City goes Connor Cook at quarterback. Alex Smith is 32, I believe. He's not going to play forever. You can sit the guy for a while. He's played in a pro-style offense. His skill set does for the West Coast offense. Arizona goes Jermaine Feedy, offensive tackle, to replace Bobby Massey. Carolina gets a receiver in Will Fuller. They need some targets there. They get Kelvin Benjamin back, but it's still slim pickings at receiver. And then Denver goes Kevin Dodd, defensive end.
Okay, let's start with number 10, please.
Wait 1 second. I'll let you talk, James. But I just want to make a quick announcement because you kind of fit this bill too, James. But anybody who's watching this on the wall and 2-minute warning, if you are a fan of a team that's in the draft, in the first round draft, that Dula has already went through his guru mock draft, if you have any discrepancies or any difference in opinions, please let us know. I'm also going to post on the wall Dula's draft mock on the wall, and you tell us what you think for your team. And now, James?
All right, I just got to discuss number 10, please, because you just said some team is going to reach. You said that when we were talking off the air, right?
Yep.
Some team is going to reach in this draft. So you're saying that the Giants are going to reach, because in my opinion, it's a reach. Eli Apple, don't get me wrong, I would love to have him on the team, not at 10.
Is it a reach? Yes, it is. Is it a horrible reach? Not really. I figured Eli Apple was going to go in the 15 to 20 range. You get him 5 picks earlier. I just really think that the Giants, for their, their man scheme, want bigger corners. I like, Vernon Hargraves is probably your best pure corner, but he's 5'10". I think, this league is going towards bigger corners on the outside. So I like Eli Apple's athleticism. He played, with a ton of talent at Ohio State. I think the guy is going to be he's not going to turn to Prince, how do you say the guy's last name?
Amukamara.
Although his was more so injuries. But again, bigger corners, Eli Apple fits the bill.
Wait, Lewis, you're a Giant fan. How you feel about that pick, bro?
I don't see it, honestly. I mean,
yeah, me either.
They'd have to drop back. I don't see them reaching that early. Like they didn't get where they're at by reaching on picks. I just feel
in all fairness, they reached last year, sort of. It's worked out.
Yeah, they did last year.
Last year, sort of, with Eric Flowers, they did reach a little bit, but it's worked out. So I think they reach again a little bit. You put Janoris Jenkins with Eli Apple, I think you have a solid pair of corners to work with. A solid pair of bigger corners to work with. I think Janoris Jenkins is 6'2". So.
Well, listen.
Janoris Jenkins is 5'10", bro.
5'10"?
Yeah, he's not 6'2".
Yeah, sorry. You get Jenkins, you get Apple. I mean, could they trade back if they really like Apple? I think that's what they would do. And the thing is, I don't know what their board looks like. For all I know, they think Eli Apple is the best corner in the draft. If so, they need them to trade back.
Well, listen,
I'm not the second best corner in the draft.
Do I think it's the best corner? The best pure corner?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think Hargraves is a better pure corner.
Oh, okay.
Well, listen, I'm not mad with the pick. He gave the Cowboys Buckner. I like Buckner more than Bosa because Buckner could play all positions on the line, and he gives you the versatility to put anybody in any spot because of what he can do. But I don't think they're going to go defensive line because they're trying to work out a deal with Jason Jones. They signed 2 linemen already, and I think they'll address the need, the rest in the draft. I still have the Cowboys dropping back and try to get picks and take either Zeke or maybe Treadwell.
Here's the thing. You talk about reaches. If you take Treadwell in the top 10, that's a reach.
No, I'm saying drop back. I like the Rams. If I give it, because basically, if the Eagles, for what they say, the Eagles, they trying to trade up. Okay, if the Browns don't take a quarterback and they end up trading that pick, I think the draft is going to go crazy. If Ramsey's there at 4, I can see the Cowboys take the Ramsey because you need that. But if not, I can see them dropping back to Zeke just because we got McFadden for 1 more year. We got Arthur Morris only for 2 years. Okay, you got, as far as receiver, Des Bryant is the only threat you really have. Thomas Williams won't be there next year. They're not going to pay him. So you're gonna need to address that right away. And Trevor could be a number 2 guy, and Zeke could be a starter. And if Zeke's not the plan A, then plan B, maybe get a Kenneth Dixon in the second round, or a Derrick Henry, or somebody else. But don't get me wrong. If we take Buckner, I'm happy with Buckner.
So here's my thing about that. To trade from 15 to 4, here's what would have to happen.
Tell me. Picks, all picks.
First of all, you have to give up the farm to go from 15 to 4 because if LA is going from 15 to 4, it's for a quarterback. Yes. Especially if, and here's my wild card, I'm not fully convinced that San Diego wouldn't go quarterback themselves.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers, great player, but he's long in the tooth. It's been what, 2004? This is his 12th season.
He just got signed though, right?
Oh yeah,
he signed
again. But how much longer are you holding up on him?
Right. Right.
He's been hurt. The supporting cast isn't that great, but it's getting better. They have Keenan Allen. They lose Darius Green, but if Cleveland and San Diego went quarterback, you're going to see a lot of teams buzzing Dallas's phone trying to get to 4. Because at that point, the drop-off from Wentz to Goff/Lynch is big. And if you're a team quarterback hungry, so what you might see is if Cleveland and San Diego go quarterback, you may see San Francisco ringing Dallas's phone. You may see Philadelphia ringing their phone.
Oh, please call. Please call.
Please call. There's a ton of picks to give up. And it's going to be ironic because they fleeced Washington a few years ago.
Yeah.
Please call. Call. Just call.
Call me.
So you got to do is call. Well, let me ask you guys this. Who you guys want? Right now, it's been like, I know all our minds have been changing with every mock draft news that's been coming out. All our minds have changed. Coop, who you want? Who you really, really want? What's going to satisfy you?
Who do I really, really want?
Right.
I'm going to be honest here. I'm still not really settled. So I'm going to answer that like in the moment right now, Shaq Lawson.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Well, I'll say it's possible.
How about
it's possible for them to sit where they're at and get Shaq Lawson.
Boy,
I don't think it's going to happen.
Did you have him going to Tampa Bay, though, Shaq Lawson?
Yeah, I have him going 1 pick before, and that's why, because Tampa Bay really needs a pass rusher.
But see, what hurts is that, did he have to be from Clemson, though? You know what we do with Clemson defensive ends. They play great for 1 year, then they go win a Super Bowl on another team. So.
Yeah. How about you, Lou?
Honestly,
who do you want?
Yeah, I'm good with Shaq.
What would satisfy me is offensive line help. I'm not sold yet. I mean, as much as I want to be like, I want to grab some star, I want to grab something that's flashy. If you tell me that we can show up the offensive line and give Eli 2 more seconds or a second, I think that puts a lot of teams in danger with the offense.
That's a good one.
Okay. How about you, Mike? Who do you want?
Okay, honestly, I actually smiled when I saw Shaq Lawson. I think he's the most complete player. I think if that actually happens, I'm going to buy Dilla a beer because that's exactly who I'm looking at. It's either that or, honestly, like my man Lewis said, a little more O-line help, just a little more, because I think it's all based on – I'm not going to get wide receivers or running backs because I want to see what Winston can do. And I feel like they have enough for him to develop that, so you can just give him more time or you could get him the ball more. And Shaq Lawson helps you get the ball more. So I'm cool with that pick. I actually want the draft to go exactly as Della said it went.
Tampa Bay is an interesting case study because they have Mike Evans, they have Vincent Jackson.
Exactly.
They need some depth at receiver.
They still do, but do they need top 9 depth?
Now, if you look at the offensive line, you do need a right tackle.
Yes.
I like the upside of Diamond Smith. I like Ali Marpet a lot at right guard.
Yeah.
You might need a left guard. Logan Mankins did retire. I think you're set at center, so you got 2 spots on that offensive line that are opened up. But by the way, they could also look for help at corner. They could go a couple of different positions.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, guys, just to stay on a little bit on topic, I know this was heavy on the draft, which was good, but we need to talk quick about that Kaepernick, trade. So,
are we gonna go there? Oh, boy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the kind of this episode. So we got to talk about the Kaepernick. We got to talk about Kaepernick.
All right, I
got some thoughts on it.
All right, so Tim, lead the way.
Nah, listen. A trade was there, and it got turned down over as Mike said earlier, $4.9 million. And right now, unless he takes a pay cut, he will not be on the Denver Broncos, and I think he should take that pay cut. Go ahead, man. Move on. Earn your money. Earn your money on a brand new team with better surrounding and better coaching.
Now, is it 4.9 for the 2 years or just the 1 year?
It's just this year.
4.9 per year. So that's really
per year?
About $9.8 million. But here's my issue, man. Okay, y'all hear me out. How is endorsements for NFL players? How does that work? How much money is there to gain there? I don't know, because I'm pretty sure it's more than $9.8 million. Because what I'm saying is, Colin, if you play on a team with the greatest defense, the fact that you can't read any defense doesn't matter. You just don't have to turn over the ball, fake a handoff, and scamper like a little fairy into the end zone. You can do that twice a game. So all I'm saying is it that serious, bro? I think you're too nearsighted, and you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You can get the Papa John's commercials now. Like, I like pizza in Denver. Don't you like pizza in Denver? I'm Colin Kaepernick. Mwah. 7 Storm coming. Give me money. It'll be great. But wait, what is this?
We're talking about Papa John's. That's
7 Storm's coming. You can get a 7-storm pizza, 7 toppings. Come on, Seth. Help me help you, Colin. Help me help you.
Honestly, I think the one thing is he's definitely the same thing with Robert Griffin. Like, if you're playing for your next contract, you got to go to a team in which you can produce so that you can get that next contract. If you're going to stay in the 49ers, chances are when your time is up, you're going to be a backup someplace else. Yes. If you want to go be a starter, you got to play like a starter right now. You can't be in no rebuilding situation. You got to go and actually produce. So if you go to the Broncos, throw little shorts to Thomas, go throw little shorts to Sanders, run the ball. You got 2 running backs. You don't have that in 49ers. You don't. Take that pay cut. You know you're going to make the money back on the next contract. Why not?
Yeah, you know what? Hey, guys, explain me if I'm wrong about Kaepernick. All right? Here's my thing with Kaepernick. He's very talented.
Extremely.
As a runner, and he has an arm. But the thing is, if he's deciding to run or be a passer, it's like when you look at Russ could seamlessly go back and forth. He has the talent that he can go back and forth. Kaepernick, he can really do one or the other. He can't. If he's gonna fake a run, he can't fake a run. I don't think he can. I don't think if he's in the mode to run, he can only run. He can't fake a run and then he's back to passing. I don't think he's that smart or that talented to seamlessly switch on and off, being a passer or a runner. That's my take on it.
Let me talk a little X's and O's first, and then let me weigh in on that situation. Mm-hmm. You're right. Colin Kaepernick. Most quarterbacks in the NFL, have a variety of reads in a given play. So they're 1, 2, 3. They're check down. And they go across the board. And the time that it takes for them to go across the board into their check down, roughly 2 to 3 seconds, right? Colin Kaepernick, on the other hand, and this is funny to me, Colin Kaepernick, like a high school quarterback, will lock on to his first option. If that's not there, he will run the ball. Now, but wait a second, wasn't he successful his first year? Yes, you know why? Because Jim Harbaugh is a football genius, and he tailored an offense to where he only had 2 or 3 reads anyway.
Yep.
So if your first and second read were covered, it was dictated in the blocking scheme of the offensive line. Here's the problem. Once enough teams see tape on you, all you got to do is play their outside linebackers wide, their ends wide, and you're not going to go very far. Because guess what? When you run, linebackers are playing instinctively. These safeties are playing instinctively. They know that if they lock down that number 1 target, you're going to run. Easy tackles, and you're not as, effective. Here's my thing about the situation. I guess my question is, who's dumber, Colin Kaepernick or the 49ers? Because here's what happened. You gave the guy permission to seek a trade. Okay. This guy then goes to Denver not once but 2 times, twice, to talk to John Elway about playing for the Broncos. Man, okay, cool. So then when it's time to do the dirty, he want to take a pay cut, which I don't blame him. Listen, $4.9 million is a lot of money, no matter how you slice it. Especially when I know I'm probably not going to be in the league for very long. That's the reality of it. That I'm probably going to see my entire contract anyway. So I don't want to give up money. But now it's like you're going to stay in San Francisco, which, by the way, you were benched for Blaine Gabbert. That tells me how worthwhile I think you are. You got benched for Blaine Gabbert. Granted, your coach is a moron, but you still got benched for Blaine Gabbert. And then to turn around, well, no, I don't want to give up any money. Now you're going back to a locker room where these dudes are looking at you like, wait a second, you was talking to another team twice. You don't want to be here. Chip Kelly is now looking like, well, shit, my quarterback doesn't want to be here. Man, this sounds a lot like a familiar situation.
Right.
In Philadelphia. Interesting. So it's in the 49ers' best interest to move the guy. Because do you really want that for your brand new spanking head coach? Which, by the way, I think San Francisco will be picking the top 5 next season. They're terrible.
Well, here's the thing. First, I want an apology from everybody here and 2 Minute Warning. I would like an apology because I was the one who said that if Blaine Gabbert, who, according to everybody, he sucked. And I said
he does suck, bro.
No. Listen, all I said was Blaine Gabbert never got a fair shake with the Jacksonville Jaguars. We all know how it is when a new owner comes in here and he wants to start up brand new. The guy was drafted before the new owner came in there, was never even given a fair chance. But like Dulles said, Harbaugh is a genius. He recognized that Blaine Gabbert can play football, given a chance. He stood there as a backup, and I said it. He will win more games than Kaepernick, and none of y'all believe me. And I said it. And I'm going to say it right now. Don't sleep on Blaine Gabbert next season, because now he's going to have every opportunity to play and start.
But that makes it even better. That makes the story even better.
Well, I think Blaine could play. Listen, listen.
How do you have a $12 million backup?
Listen. If I don't want nobody throwing nothing at me, all right? I know Cooper got something in his hand and probably Lewis. He's a Giant fan. But if Eli Manning can win you 2 good championships, and don't get me wrong, he's not the most popular quarterback. He's a good, solid quarterback. Anybody can win. If Russell Wilson can win a champion, go to the playoff with a gut and be in love and still do the things he can do, anybody can win.
Don't do that.
Okay? I'm sorry.
Okay, last word. We're running a little too late, but quick, Dula, you get to talk, and then, let's give the ball to Lewis if Lewis have anything to say. Go.
Here's what's funny about all this. San Francisco really shot themselves in the foot here. Because if you keep the guy and Blaine Gabbert's better, guess what? You have a $12 million backup on your bench. Wow. And if you trade the guy and Gary Kubiak, who I think, what if they trade him and Denver goes to the playoffs with Colin Kaepernick?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
That could happen.
You know what?
Happen.
Hey, listen. Lewis explained to all of us the weapons he has over there. And all Kaepernick got to do is pay attention, take the job seriously, because you got John Elway over there. That's a legend. And you have Kubiak, who's a good coordinator, who the offense fits Kaepernick. If you put him over there with that defense, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know, and listen, I know my Cowboys will be in the championship, in the Super Bowl this year, and we know we're going to face them. I know that.
Wait, I think.
All right. We're going a little too late. But Lewis, do you have anything to say? What's your thoughts on all of this?
Oh my God!
The whole reason why Brock worked out better than Payton was because of the offensive line. They like a mobile quarterback behind that line. If Kaepernick is not that, then I don't know who is. He has the best opportunity behind that one line with weapons. Like, you're going to make your money back. I promise you. I will guarantee that. Like, unless you break your leg the first game, there is no reason why you shouldn't be playing in the playoffs. Shouldn't be going to the Super Bowl. You should be doing exactly what Kubiak is telling you to do. That's it.
I want to ask Lewis one question before we get off. I'm sorry. I know you're a Giant fan, Lou. Where do you rank number 13 out of wide receivers?
Why are we talking about two terrible teams?
The best time gonna come. We can add a third terrible team to this if we want to.
His numbers are consistent. He's got 2 years. This number 3 year, let's see if he keeps it going. But I mean, he's got the stats to be in the obviously top 5. So I give him that.
Dead or alive.
Wait. So who your top 5? What's your top 5? Who's your top 5?
Right now in the league?
Yeah.
All right, I got 45 seconds. All right. I got no order. I got AJ Green. I got Dez. I got number 13. Who else? I have Antonio, and who's my 5th?
Julio. Gotta have Julio.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
All right. That's consensus right there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
On that note, folks, thank you for showing up to Fury. We'll be back at it again maybe next week or 2 weeks from now. We'll let you guys know. What was that?
Slices. Come on,
wait, Mike.
Slices.
Mike, was he?
And a pizza will appear.
Mike, was he eating crab legs, man?
Hey, man, look, man. I mean, the crab legs, they get a season. You know, we got the old bay. We got that old bay down in Tampa Bay. You know what I mean?
On that note, folks, we'll be back again. We'll let you guys know. And we are out. Later.
Let's go.
Peace.